Hello everyone, and welcome to I Suck at League of Legends. As you can see, I'm already on the move because I am playing Malphite this game. Now, why am I playing Malphite? Well, this is actually an older gameplay from his free week, and I decided to try him out because I was looking for a new solo top. And I still really can't find out my role in League of Legends. I've played a lot of solo top and I've played a lot of mid. I know for a fact I cannot be an AD carry because my farm when I'm on purple side is horrendous. Because I just don't know. Maybe it's the way that the lane is shaped or whatever. I just can't do it. Like when it comes to farming, I suck. Now, there's everyone's starting items. For you who care, I'm going to minimize that once Jace is done buying. Of course, boots and food. But anyway, yeah, I'm not really sure what my role is. I'm good as a mid and I'm good as a top. I'm not really good as a jungle, but I'm good as everything but jungle in AD carry. And it's mostly because jungle I'm not aggressive enough, and I don't have enough like jungle sense to know when to gank. And AD carry because I'm not that good at farming and being an AD carry, unless I get fed or I'm Ashe. Ashe and Graves are my only two AD carries I'll ever play. Now, in this gameplay, we have me as... Pretty much let's cover the lanes. We have Nidalee as support, we have Lee Sin as jungle, we've got Victor as mid, they have Akali as top, and they have Jace as bottom AD carry. On our team, we have Malphite top, we have Yi bot, we have Mundo top, we've got Zyra mid, pre-nerf, and we have Darius bot. Now, let's see, go back to my camera, there we go. Let's speed this up till minions get in lane. And there we go. We back on normal speed? We're back on normal speed. Okay, so Malphite. My first time playing him is this game. I've never played him before, and I honestly can say I may start to like him in the future. Now you're going to see Mundo has low health because he's been picking at Akali, and she's already at half health, so that's fun. Now, what I've noticed about him is when I was reading his skill set and looking at his kit, his W was not my highest priority, so I don't actually put points into that until later. And this is mostly because it's just useless, and I'd rather have scaling on my E and my Q, my seismic shock and my ground pound. Now, as for Malphite in lane, I really haven't understood how to play him yet. I know that you kind of play him like Garen, but reverse. You get your speed buff, you can make up the room, and then you do your damage. Now we're actually going to go down bot to see a small altercation, where the Nidalee does manage to get the Darius, but the Yi manages to pick up the kill. Then we're going back to top to see Akali get hit with a Mundo Cleaver. Now, back to Malphite's kit. Malphite has a very interesting kit on the topic of... We have Granite Shield, which increases, or gives him a shield, which, you know, the name doesn't totally say shield. But it gives him a shield based on his health, which is really good for early game, and it needs to scale well in the late game, so you need to kind of build health with him. We have Seismic Shard, which hits a target and takes their move speed, which is great, especially for harassing. We also have Brutal Strikes, which on passive is pretty much a Tiamat, so that's a thing. And then we have Ground Slam, which is an AoE that does damage to... Hold on. Do I actually get away here? No, I don't. Lee misses the resonating strike and allows me to return. This actually scales on armor and ability power, and also reduces attack speed, which is great, especially in a solo top lane when most of them focus on killing you through basics. Now, then we also have my ultimate, Unstoppable Force, which is amazing. I dash to target location and knock everyone up for 1.5 seconds. This is mostly an interruption, and is pretty much his main form of being Malphite. He's got those two AoEs. Normally, I'd see a Malphite open up with Unstoppable Force, go into Ground Slam, and activate Seismic Shard on somebody. Now, preemptively activating Brutal Strike, so his Ground Slam does more damage. Now, I really don't know how to build him here, so I actually was picking up a Doran's Ring, so it gave me health for my shield, ability power, and mana so I can spam more. And I felt like that was just the right item, and a necessity for me. Now, we're going to see Akali already up top bushes, and I'm not going to give a crap. I'm going to go right into the bushes, and we will see her waste her flash, which was kind of useless because I still managed to get her with my Seismic Shard. Now, there's not really much to talk about with Malphite until later, because this is pretty much all I've really managed to gather on him. So we're going to switch back to directed camera, which is actually us trading shots yet again. Now, in the mid, we actually have an interesting combo. These guys counter each other, which is hilarious. Actually, I think I might just lock the camera on Victor and talk about this. In the mid, they counter each other. Victor has long-range attacks and has the ability to... He's moving down lane. Okay, so we're actually going to see a gank down bottom, so let's focus the camera on Darius. He's R. He's T. We have the gank coming in, hitting the Lee Sin. Darius pulling Lee Sin, getting the slow out, but the Lee Sin slow going out. There's the Alpha Strike. Will he manage to live? And the Lee Sin gets the heal from the Nidalee. No, but that's a Darius kill. Now he's going after Jace. Will he land the kill? He will get the double kill. Now it is him versus a Nidalee. There goes a Nidalee bushwhacked, and a basic takes out Nidalee. There's a triple kill for the Darius. Darius is still some OP noob cheese. And then there's the one guy who complains every game. Okay, so let's go back to mid, where we're going to focus on Zyra. And we're going to talk about how these two kind of counter each other. Zyra has long-range attacks that can snare and does her damage for her. Victor has the ability to move and cast spells. So when she tries to lock him up or land any of her spells with her seedlings, he has the ability to keep moving and hit her with damage. Now, the reason that he's also better is because he's got more sustain than she does when it comes to mana, until she buys an item to sustain herself. As you see right there, he just walked in and used his beam. Now, Victor, on the other hand, he's got the ability to tap one of the flowers, or one of the plants with his Q. Actually, something's going on up here. Not yet. We are just harassing her. Now, with his Q, he can attack a minion, a plant, and get all his health back that he needs to be able to sustain himself during any of that damage. He also has his ultimate, which is great for countering her because, well, she's not really that mobile, so if you can land your stun and then to your ultimate, you pretty much have that one. As for bot lane, it's just, that's a kill lane. You got a Darius and a Lee. Darius keeps you there while they both basic the crap out of you and kill you. And then you have Nidalee and Jace, who have both those overpowered Q shots, which is easily countered by people who focus on close-range combat. There's the E coming in with the Highlander, but he won't do any damage. And he is gone. Actually, we're gonna focus back to the top because we have this Akali under a turret. Now, in Stop Force, I actually just level up and put a point into it, and I'm like, ready, Mundo? This is where this gets serious. I think I pinged to him to explain what I plan on doing. Yeah, Darius gets another kill, big whoop. It's just he just uses ulti. So she's nice and low. I've got full health. I've got enough mana to go in there and do some damage. So I'm waiting for Mundo and the minions to push forward, and I see Mundo's up close, so I'm going in. I'm going with Unstoppable Force, lock her up, miss my basic because she goes invisible, use my Seismic Shard to do any, or use my Shockwave to do any damage. Mundo is tanking turret shots, and will he get away? No, he won't, but I will get the kill with Seismic Shard. Now running through the jungle, the Lee Sin does know where I am. Hits me with his Q, I wait till he hits me, then I flash before he can manage to hit me with his E. That was pretty awesome right there. And let's go to Zyra, who now knows where the Lee Sin is, which is great. But he is going to see her and get away. And that was just hilarious. You know what, can I get a replay on that? I think I will. Let's go back a few seconds. A little bit more. There we go. Right to about the point where I go in and start killing her. So, yeah, we have this, yada yada. And we do manage to pick up the kill. And then the Lee Sin, wait for it. He manages to hit me with that, and then here's where the reaction time is. As soon as he makes contact with me, I flash out of existence, essentially, and just get out of there. Okay, so we're just going to super speed this for a few seconds while I go back and get some items. And by get some items, I mean get some higher level boots. This is real time? Yes. We're going to go to directed camera because there's not much more to talk about in Malphite's kit until we get to some team fights. So, at this current moment, we are going to do a little bit of laning, and I'm going to pretty much explain why I got Sorcerer Shoes, because, well, one, the more damage I can do and the more penetration I can have for my basic, or for my magic damage, the better. Now, Lee Sin's actually coming up top to gank again, so let's queue up and see that. Checks the bushes with his Q, it's clear. because the ward did time out, so he knows that I'm not there, but I stupidly go in after the Akali, and not much is able to be done here. I think Mundo just activated his ulti. Did he? No, he didn't. That was weird. What ability is that? I think that's his W that gives him that ability, where his hands start bleeding. Now, I know this Lee Sin knows I'm in here, and I'm testing to see if I can use my ultimate through that wall. And I'm like, I just about can. So I pinged a Mundo, and we're just waiting until he can hit someone with a cleaver. And he manages to hit Lee, so I decide to go out, and I'm like, crap, didn't get it good enough. He hits me with his Q, and there's not really much that he's going to do. He's just going to kind of sit back there and wait. Now, the reason I picked up, well, I already pretty much explained my build here. I think I might just bring up everyone else's build in a matter of seconds, but I think we're going to get into an altercation here. Will we? We're at the 11-minute mark, so hopefully. And I do really want to get a kill, so I'm going to hit him with Seismic Shard, but he is going to get most of that back. Excuse me if I sound a little bit raspy today. I don't really know. I think I've caught a cold or something, and I just... Okay, so we actually have Darius dying to JC yet again, and I think Lee... Does Lee get away? Well, it's... Or Yi. Yeah, Yi gets away. Okay, so now that the babysitter's gone for this Akali, we decide to move in. So, hit her with Seismic Shard yet again, so we know she's slow. She's inside there. But this time we have Victor and Lee going in. But she's going to do that. I'm going to ult where she was. But we will manage to pick up an easy kill with my AoE. Now it's just me and Mundo at pretty good health. And we see the Lee Sin and the Victor, so we decide to initiate. There goes the Cleaver, but he does manage to get the Q through. Will we do any damage? Yes, we will. Now we have the Victor ulti going out after Mundo. Now it's me versus Victor. I know how to counter him quite well, and will we see anything from this? No, we will not. But I am going to continue after him, try and do one more piece of damage before I return. I cannot, so I think this is where I go back. Let's pull up the builds and let's see what we got. So, they're Nidalee. Must be going AD Nidalee because that build's kind of atrocious. She looks like Merc Treads and a Wriggles Lantern. The Lee Sin doesn't have boots and it's 12 minutes in. Great job. We have the Victor who has a Meki Pendant. So help me God if he is building a Archangels. I don't know. Here, let me put the directed camera on so we can actually see some awesome action. The Akali, actually a good Akali build, and the Jace build, you're the AD carry. Why are you picking the gold over 5? What is this? And their Nidalee has more farm than you do. I don't understand. Okay, and then on my team, we actually have some people that know what they're doing. We have Darius who's counter-building bottom with his Ninja Tabbies. We have a Zyra who's rushing her Rod of Ages. We have a Mundo who's rushing a Warmogs and a Force of Nature. A Yi who looks like he's rushing a... well, actually, is this the... I remember one of my games where Yi actually built a Bilgewater Cutlass. And also, Akali counters Malphite there. Yeah, he might be actually building a Bilgewater Cutlass. And then there's me with that. I always arrange my items. You can tell it's me in any game because I'll rearrange my items. Now these guys are pretty much screwed right here. So we'll see the Darius going in and getting completely destroyed, missing his ultimate, not really getting a kill, but he does flash away. Yi now in the middle of everything, gonna try and get away. He's gonna flash around the corner, but he's gonna be followed by the Victor. Victor is actually going to be able to pick up the Yi with an easy E. Wow, it's trusting that 10 times fast. And we're going to see Mundo going up top, activating his ulti, taking most of the brunt from that turret, and getting an easy kill. Now they're on opposite sides, and this is where we see Zyra overpowered as her early form. Now most of her damage actually didn't come from her plants, and that was actually a great job. So, yeah. That's a thing. So now the builds have pretty much distinguished themselves and what they are and aren't, we're going to minimize this yet again. I think we are. Okay, so we're actually just going to destroy turret here because we're sick of fighting with this Akali. We don't want her to stay up here and keep farming, although she is going to keep farming and not really getting any team fights. But we are going to start to actually like run around and roam. Now, let's see, what does he say? Actually, we have Lee Sin coming in here, landing the Q, going in, but getting locked up by Zyra, getting hit with a nice chunk of damage from the turret. Now we have the Lee Sin and the Darius getting into a fight. Going after a Nidalee, his Highlander Yi. Will Highlander Yi make up the distance in time? We may see that, but the Highlander does time out. We decide to steal blue buff too, because we're bored. And yeah, so bottom lane you're going to see that the Darius is actually... I don't really know. And the thing about Darius players is they all seem like they're bad at League, because every time they do the smallest thing right, they're so flippin' happy. They're playing Darius. What is there to get wrong? Okay, we're actually going to speed this up at this point, because there is no real action going on. And as soon as I say that, we have Darius going in, grabbing a kill in the Nidalee, going into the bush, hoping for a couple extra seconds. Here's Yi with the Alpha Strike, getting the Jace kill. Now he is going to go after Victor, but his Highlander is currently down. Yi only has a couple skills up at the moment. He has nothing up. Highlander is now back up, and we have Zyra accompanying in the fight, but she will get stunned in the middle of his trap, and we will see a Lee Sin Q coming out after him, while Yi's not even worrying. There goes the ulti, knocking them up. Will we see a kill here? We will. The Yi goes in, gets a kill, but the ultimate from the Lee comes in and grabs a nice kill, but now Zyra's on the retreat, but will she be able to do enough damage? Why is the camera going to me? There's the slow from the Lee. I'm still wondering if she can get away. There goes the Q yet again, and she's trying to make it to the turret, and she manages to get away. Wow, this Yi, or Lee, he could have, so many things he did wrong. One, he ulted the Lee. He ulted the Yi, there's Yi, Lee, yeah. He ulted the Lee, or the Yi to finish him off when he could have just hit him with a basic, and he could have saved his ulti and done a Q dash kick, or Q kick dash kick, and actually managed to finish off the Zyra. But enough about his horrible building, and we're going to see somewhat of a lure at this point. But Mundo is not going to give up, and he is going to see a nice Jace kill in the future between Mundo and Darius. But Mundo actually does get killed, and now they're all collapsing on top of Darius. There's the Alpha Strike. Will the Yi manage to get any kills? He's taking a lot of damage, but he has his Highlander. There's a basic for a nice kill. Now in comes Malphite, Zyra. There goes the ultimate, knocking up everyone in the bush, landing in my E, doing some nice damage to everyone. We will see me actually get hit by the Victor stun, but grabbing a double kill. Now we have the Nidalee. I'm going to try and steal her speed because she is the fastest one out of all of us. Keep that speed, and Darius is going to flash in, hit her with the bleed. I'm going to try and keep vision on her, but I realize that is futile. The Darius is over there getting the kill. Now we are going to go back to me, who does get Lee kicked through, and then a fail flash as Darius does die. That was a pretty fail flash. I honestly should have been able to get to the other side, but I'm going to go back in and see the Akali placing down a ward, hitting her with the Q, knowing she's going to stay locked up in there, hitting her with the basic, going to try and trail her on the way out. Know she has one way to go. She's going to actually use her flash, and I'm not going to be fast enough to grab a kill. Okay, now it's time to go and speed this up yet again. And I think it's about time we show the mid-game builds, or maybe we wait just a little bit. I pick up a Sunfire Cape here because yet again I don't know how to build him in the least. The reason I bought wards is because we've been needing some wards in their jungle. Now, Sunfire Cape gives me health and defense, which makes my AoE stronger, and it makes my shield stronger, and it makes my basic attack stronger because I'm standing next to the target more. Directed camera coming in a matter of seconds. We will see the Mundo Cleaver hitting the Nidalee, who's already low in there. Now, this is great because I put that down. Now I'm just going to be bully. I'm going to just walk around here like I own the place. They don't have real vision of me right now, and she actually just takes a shot in the dark. Actually, do they have vision of me? They do. During that time that I'm just kind of standing there, we actually do take Dragon, and we now have a chance to get an easy kill. But I try and zone the people because I know where they are, and we're kind of oblivious to them in the top bush, but I decide to go through anyway, which is going to push both of them out, and will they actually be dumb enough to attack me? They will. There goes the Q. There goes the ultimate, landing a couple basics, and she wastes her flash into the bush. I'm going to chase after her, hoping for an easy kill. Well, we have a couple fights going on. Now we have Nidalee, or not Nidalee. Great. Okay, I'll give me a bearing straight real quick. Okay, so we have the Jace landing a nice hit on the Darius. Now, what we're really seeing in this team fight is me actually getting bored and realizing that that's just going to be a standoff. There's not going to be a real team fight, so I actually go and push the turret like you should if you're outside of a team fight. I currently don't have my ultimate, so I'm really no real help. So what we're going to see in a matter of seconds is pretty much us winning at a poking fight, even though they have a Jace and a Nidalee. I grabbed that, which takes away their AP carry, who was the only one left that was actually strong on their team that's not tanky. There goes the ulti from the Zyra, knocking everyone up, keeping them nice and low. We will see Zyra killing, the Akali killing the Darius, and the Yi killing the Akali. Now using the rest of his Highlander, he's going to take out that turret. I'm going to be behind everyone, making sure that no one gets out of that fight, unless they're dead. Although Nidalee and Lee did manage to get out, and Victor followed late. Now that we have all this pushing power, we are going to take this turret in a matter of seconds. Yes? No? Or does Mundo take it for us? I can't remember. Okay, this Nidalee's build. Brutalizer? I'm pretty sure that doesn't proc with her Q. I'm just pretty sure about this. Now there's an Ignite going in, but the Mundo Cleaver goes out and kills the Nidalee. Now we have the Lee Sin running for his life, but for some reason actually doing quite a bit of damage to Mundo. There's the ultimate from the Victor, but Victor's not staying close enough for it to keep up its speed. Mundo is out of there. So is Zyra. Sorry guys, excuse me, I had a cough for a second. Okay, so Mundo is rather, well, he's kind of happy that they're just being dumb and they're attacking the tank, but he was the only one that actually killed them. Now, what we can see is there's not much going on, so hold on, I gotta take a drink of water. Yet again, guys, I'm really sorry for this. I don't know if I'm going to announce something. Okay, so let's get back to this. Darius is actually running away, and we will see him manage to live? Not really, it's a 5v1 scenario. And does he manage to get anything out of that kill besides wasting his ulti? Nope. But we do have Yi pushing a tower with Highlander and his E. His E is Buju style, which gives him increased attack damage, and this gives him increased attack speed, which is essentially what he needs. That's pretty much what makes Master Yi. Now, there's not really much going on, but we have a stun going out, or the snare going out, and the stun from the Victor, and the Nid Spear doing little to nothing. So we're going to speed this up because it is not yet over. We have still so much to see in this gameplay. Now, pretty much everyone is ready, and the team fight is about to break out. So we do see me down bot, already activating the ultimate, killing the Nidalee, and getting hit by the ultimate. So I really kind of used this for a second. Land my Q, get the speed buff from the Lee. Now I will go behind them because apparently they don't notice me. And I'm going to try and keep my distance and zone them from this team fight. And once they do get low, I'm going to continue after and kill the Akali with the Ignite that I set on her. Grabbing a nice kill. Now we know Lee Sin is down in the bottom of the map. We will all go out there after him. He will land his Q on me. But the Mundo will hit him with his cleaver as I waste my flash yet again, trying to get the kill for my Q. Now we actually have Darius in the middle of their base with the Nidalee. Was one, I think. Yeah. So she actually notices at this point. Does she go after at any point? Let's see. There's the Mob Memorius kicking in and the ulti, but she pounces and grabs a kill. Okay, now it's time to look at these builds because we have about 5 minutes left in this gameplay. So you're gonna see me picking up I start building a Abyssal Staff, or Abyssal Scepter, because I'm close to targets, might as well lower their magic resist. Actually, never mind, well, this is ADE in a nutshell. E doesn't stop. Once you get stuck in a combo, you're dead. But Akali comes in and ruins his day, but the Mundo will not have that, as he will make sure that she does not get out alive, and he is going to make sure he gets out alive and gets out of there. As you can see, the ADE's build has really gotten quite far, and the Mundo's build is about to get his Force of Nature. Now we have Zyra's build, who's building a Rabadon's quite early, and then we have the Darius, who's building almost what he needs to, but he's missing a little bit more of what his build has to offer. Now onto the enemy team side. Let's see what we have. We have Nidalee with Merc Tread, Spriggles, and a Brutalizer. Okay, what's with the Brutalizer? Please explain. And the Giant's belt? What is she building? I don't know. Then we have the Lee Sin, who looks like he's building a Triforce, which I don't see that being good on Lee Sin because jungle time is over. So if he was going to build the Triforce, he didn't build it quick enough. The Victor actually was building an Athene's. That's a bad Victor in a nutshell. Then we have the Akali, who is building a typical Akali build, and we have a Jace, who think he's very confused on what role he's actually playing here. Now we have our Darius going in yet again, like it's flipping crazy. There goes my ultimate, knocking everyone up. Let's minimize this, and we will see easy kill on the Victor and the Nid. But what will we see here as everyone does retreat to a turret? We have Zyra coming in, and Lee at the top next to her. Mundo does not want this fight to end. He's going to go right in there, activate his ulti, but the Jace is going to knock him back while me and the E are taking out this turret, so we don't have this issue anymore. Now that the turret is down, we are going to be able to move to the inhibitor and spawn our super creeps. And there's the Jace getting locked up, and the combo from the Zyra. We have the two tanks moving in soon, and the E trailing right behind. Okay, so this is pretty much a standoff as we do take the bottom turret of the two. Now Jace, it keeps coming out to try and poke at us, and he does get hit a lot from the Zyra. The harass from our team is immense, but so is theirs, as they have a Nidalee and a Jace. So at this point, the team fight is over, and we will resume back into essentially roaming. Now, they are being pushed back at this point, which I find hilarious. There's the ulti coming in, knocking two of the people up, going after the Victor, and they should. There's the Q from the Zyra, but they are collapsing on... What? Okay. Well, that's that. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content... Oh, also, I had a perfect game. So, if you enjoyed the content provided, leave a like. You want to stay current, subscribe. Sorry for the hoarse voice. I'll try and see if I can fix this. I'll talk to you all later.